Let's get right into it. Your brain is running on ancient software. It's a prehistoric machine trying to navigate a world of smartphones, spreadsheets, and DoorDash. And while it does a decent job keeping you alive, it's still loaded with survival instincts that are now completely useless. These are the ancient programs still running in the background, making you anxious, irrational, and weirdly obsessed with things that don't matter anymore. Number 9, the sugar and fat obsession. You know that feeling. You just had a perfectly healthy lunch, but your brain is screaming at you to eat a donut. Or you're staring into the fridge at 10 p.m., knowing you aren't hungry, but you'd commit a felony for a slice of pizza. That's not a lack of willpower. That's your caveman brain, convinced you're about to starve to death. For our ancestors, calories were rare. Finding something high in sugar or fat was like winning the lottery. It meant energy to hunt, survive the winter, and not become food for a saber-toothed cat. Your brain evolved to release a flood of dopamine whenever you ate these things, screaming, "Remember this! Find more!" But now, we live in a world where you can get 5,000 calories delivered to your door in 30 minutes. Your brain, however, hasn't gotten the memo. It still thinks you're one missed meal away from extinction. So it pushes you to crave the very things that are now too easy to get. That instinct that once kept us from starving is the same one now fueling an obesity epidemic. It's a survival program that has become a self-destruct button. Number 8. The public speaking panic. You have to give a presentation to 20 people in an air-conditioned office. Logically, you know you're safe, but your body reacts like you're about to be thrown to wolves. Your heart pounds, your palms sweat, and you can't remember your own name. Why? Because for thousands of years, our biggest threat wasn't a predator. It was being kicked out of our own tribe. Being the center of attention, with every eye on you, was often a bad thing. It meant you were being judged. And if the group judged you negatively, they'd cast you out. Exile meant certain death. Your brain can tell the difference between 20 coworkers staring at your PowerPoint and 30 tribe members deciding whether to leave you in the wilderness to die. The social judgment feels like a life-or-death threat. That gut-wrenching fear of saying the wrong thing is your ancient brain begging, "Please don't get us kicked out of the tribe. We'll be eaten by bears." Number 7. The gossip addiction. You can't resist listening in when you hear a juicy story about a coworker. You scroll through social media, absorbing details about the lives of people you barely know. This isn't just you being nosy. It's a critical survival instinct that's now mostly useless. In a small tribe, knowing who was sleeping with whom, who was a reliable hunter, and who was a freeloader was vital information. Gossip was the original social network. It helped our ancestors understand the group's power dynamics and avoid being cheated or betrayed. Knowing that Grok was lazy and couldn't be trusted on a hunt could literally save your life. But now, that same instinct is hijacked by reality TV and celebrity drama. Your brain rewards you with a hit of dopamine for learning about Kim Kardashian's life, because it thinks you're gathering crucial data about a powerful member of your tribe. You're hardwired to be a gossip, but you're wasting that powerful instinct on people you will never, ever meet. Number 6. The "someone's watching me" feeling. You're home alone at night and you hear a random creak. Instantly, your heart rate spikes. You're certain there's an intruder. Or you are walking down an empty street and feel an unshakable sense that being watched. Most of the time, you're wrong. But your brain will always choose to be paranoid and wrong over being calm and dead. For our ancestors, the world was filled with things that wanted to eat them. The ones who heard a rustle in the bushes and thought, "Oh, it's probably just the wind," got eaten. The ones who thought, "It's a tiger," and ran away, survived, even if it was just the wind 99 times out of 100. This better safe than sorry programming is still active in your head. It is called agency detection, the tendency to assume that an unknown sound or sight is caused by an intelligent being with intentions. It was great for avoiding predators, but now it's just the reason you can't sleep after watching a horror movie. Number 5. The imposter syndrome. You get a promotion or achieve something great, and instead of feeling proud, you're filled with a nagging fear that you're a fraud and you're about to be exposed. This is another fun leftover from our tribal days. In a small group, being overconfident could be deadly. If you thought you were a better hunter than you really were, you might get yourself or others killed. It was better to slightly underestimate your abilities and stay cautious. Humility kept you in good standing with the tribe. The guy who bragged all the time was seen as arrogant and unreliable. So your brain developed a program to keep your ego in check, constantly making you second-guess your own success to ensure you don't become a liability to the group. In the modern world, this translates to feeling like a fake, even when you are perfectly qualified. It's an ancient humility setting that's cranked up way too high. Number 4. The outrage obsession. You see a headline about something unjust happening halfway across the world, and you feel a surge of genuine, visceral anger. You get into furious arguments in online comment sections. This intense reaction to injustice was essential for tribal survival. In a small group, if one person was cheating the system, hoarding food, or not doing their fair share, it threatened the entire tribe's existence. Our brains evolved to produce a powerful, aggressive response to unfairness, to punish cheaters and maintain social order. Punishing the freeloader was a community service. But now, the internet exposes you to a million injustices every single day, from the trivial to the tragic. Your brain reacts to every single one with that same life-or-death outrage. It's a primitive program designed for a small village that's now being triggered 24/7 by global news, leaving you perpetually angry and stressed about things you have no control over. Number 3. The sunk cost fallacy. You've spent 2 hours watching a terrible movie, but you force yourself to see it through to the end. You've been in a dead-end job for years, but you stay because you've already invested so much time. This is the sunk cost fallacy. Your ancient brain tells you that if you've invested resources, be it time, energy, or food, you can't just walk away. For our ancestors, giving up on a hunt after tracking an animal for a day was a massive waste of precious calories. Abandoning a tool they spent hours making was a huge loss. You finished what you started because resources were too scarce to waste. But today, this instinct makes you do irrational things. It makes you pour more money into a failing project, stay in a bad relationship, or finish a terrible movie. Your brain can't tell the difference between, if I stop now, I'll starve, and if I stop now, I'll have wasted 2 hours. It just screams, don't waste the effort, even when cutting your losses is the smartest thing to do. Number 2. The fear of strange foods. You're on vacation in a new country and you're looking at a local delicacy. It might be delicious, it's probably safe, but your brain is hesitant. You feel a deep-seated suspicion. This is food neophobia, the fear of trying new foods. For our ancestors, this was a brilliant survival instinct. If you found a new type of berry, it could be a nutritious treat, or it could be a poison that would kill you in an hour. Trial and error was a very dangerous game. So, we evolved to be suspicious of unfamiliar foods and stick to what we knew was safe. The adventurous eaters who sampled every new plant they found often did not live long enough to pass on their genes. But now we have food safety regulations, restaurants, and reviews. The odds of that weird-looking fruit on the menu being poisonous are basically zero. But your caveman brain doesn't know that. It still thinks every unfamiliar dish is a potential death sentence. Number 1. The comfort of a tribe. You find yourself agreeing with your friends or family on issues, even if you have private doubts. You wear certain clothes or listen to certain music to fit in with a specific group. This is the powerful, ancient instinct to belong to a tribe. For 99% of human history, being part of a group was non-negotiable. It meant protection, shared food, and mating opportunities. Being alone meant death. So your brain evolved to do everything it could to maintain your position within a group. This included adopting the group's beliefs, customs, and behaviors without question. This instinct is why we have such powerful political and social divisions today. Your brain can't tell the difference between a real, life-or-death tribe and a political party, a sports team, or an online community. It just knows that disagreeing with your tribe feels dangerous. This instinct, which once fostered cooperation and survival, now fuels polarization and stops us from thinking for ourselves. It's the ultimate useless survival instinct, forcing us to pick a side, even when the truth is somewhere in the middle. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.